welcome back. Carne Bif de Puerto Rico, which is corned beef Puerto Rican style. This is one of those unhealthily delicious food. I love it. Growing up, I still love it. My children love it. And everybody in Puerto Rico love it. And as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do right after this video, because I'm going to eat it with white rice, I'm going to put a short video that I already recorded and downloaded a while back, over a month ago, in YouTube, because I want you to, instead of going to my description or through my channel and looking for the white rice, how to put that white rice video, I just come to splice it in and put it at the end of this one. So once you watch this one, which is going to be relatively short, wait, because that 2 to 2.5 minutes of how to cook the perfect white rice is going to come, and I'm telling you, that will change the way you meals that involve white rice will become in the future. So it's a gift to you. It's not about me getting views, it's about me sharing my techniques. Love you all. Let's create. So here are the ingredients. Of course, a can of corned beef. This is about 12 ounces here. 2 tomatoes. I'm not going to use canned tomato sauce. I'm going to make my own tomato sauce. I have a couple of very small, see the fit in my hand, potatoes, couple garlic teeth, a little bit of oregano and a little bit of cilantro. Both are optionals. I just want to add that earthy, earth smell and flavor to my meals. I really doubt you're going to need salt, but just have it around just in case. And of course, some extra virgin olive oil. And you can use any type. I'm going to use this one from Tunisia, but it doesn't matter. A lot of people use Goya because, you know, that's how we do in Puerto Rico. So you have your pan at high heat. I'm going to start with the tomato sauce. And then when you put that tomato sauce there, I add a little bit of paprika, smoke. Now this was not in the original ingredients because this is truly optional. It's kind of my touch. Just move it around. Now, here's one thing I did. My potatoes, I boiled them for like 5 minutes just to soften them a little bit. They're not really cooked, but I'm going to add them now. See, because I like my corned beef with potatoes. Some people put corn too, you know. I'm also going to move this a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit of the garlic. I could have done it earlier, but I don't want it burned. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put it there just to give it a little flavor. Now that was something else I didn't put in the ingredients originally because it's also optional. I know a lot of people don't like olive. I do. My kids don't. Many times when I cook this for my kids, which too by the way are young adults now. You know, my daughter doesn't like olive, so I don't put olive on hers. My son does. But if I'm cooking for everybody, I just put olive. And I'm going to do that just right now. Let me go to the refrigerator, reach out for them. And add a few now. As you notice, I'm cooking and recording, doing everything. Doing everything at once. So if I can do all this stuff, you know, like record, grab my little camera, move stuff around, and still cook deliciously, so can you. If you're not recording, you're just doing your thing. I'm going to add a little bit of water. There's a reason I'm following this order, by the way. Some people like to put the corned beef first, and that's fine. But what I'm doing in essence, I'm creating kind of a broth where I'm going to put my corned beef in. That's what I'm technically doing. And I'm going to do that now. I'm going to put the corned beef in that broth, in that little broth. Once again, you can actually put the corned beef first and do what I'm doing, and then add this other stuff on top. I like to do things a little bit different because I'm creating, once again, the broth. That's the purpose of adding a little bit of water. Now, how much water you want to add is up to you. I don't like my corned beef to be soupy. That's not how you truly should be eating corned beef. See how it's turning out? And you notice I didn't use sazon, adobo, or any of that stuff because I'm controlling the sodium intake. And although this corned beef in particular have 25% less sodium, it still have a lot of sodium. And you know, we have to watch for health. Now some people add adobo, which is fine, but you're not really controlling the salt intake. And some people add sazon, which is fine, give it a nice color. But you know what? You want to give it a nice color? There's some paprika. It's good, it's natural. This one is a little bit smoked, and it does the same. You know, they give it a color. If it's about color, use some achiote. You know, I didn't have any here, so I didn't use it. But you can use some achiote. I don't remember the term in English, so I will have to probably put a little note when I'm editing this video. See? Now if you want a little bit more soupy, just add a little bit of water, you know. I'm going to show you how. See? That wasn't a lot, that was a tiny bit. And if you want it less soupy, you are less. Here's a trick. If things get too soupy, get some olive oil. Which, by the way, do you notice I'm adding a knife? You know, everything is about applying certain techniques. It is. And you're watching it because this doesn't take a long time to cook. What I'm going to do, this is actually pretty damn good. I'm giving it a taste. The taste is telling me that I really don't need salt, and if I do, it's going to be a tiny, tiny pinch. A tiny pinch. So, for purpose of illustration, and to put a tiny pinch only so people don't forget that you can do this, I'm going to do it myself. Just a little bit. See, I have any tiny holes, so it's not much coming. And because if you put a little bit of salt, you just have to mix it up. Lower the heat, to medium low. You don't want your corned beef burn. So you notice how little I put of salt, and I really didn't need salt. I just a tiny bit. Can you imagine if you would have put adobo, sazon, and all that stuff? Man, it would have felt like you were eating out the Dead Sea. That salt stuff, that's not good for you. Get your high blood pressure. And what happens when you get high blood pressure? And if you get the double whammy, high blood pressure and high cholesterol, and you happen to be a dude and you don't take care of yourself, so avoid that by eating right from the get-go. But enough of that. As I said it earlier, unhealthily delicious. This stuff is ready, by the way. And now with less than a minute to go, I add a little bit of the oregano and cilantro. Just a little bit, see? Not a lot. Just to give it that earth smell and that earth flavor. It's about 1 minute, If that. Move that on. Fresh. That's it. I decided to make a short video, or relatively short, about how I cook rice. And I'm talking here about the regular rice. This one is long grain. I'm not talking about red rice or bomba rice, which is used for paellas and things like that. That might require a different amount of water. Now, a lot of people, when they cook 1 cup, they add 2 cups of water. I don't do that. See, right now I have 1 cup, which I'm going to cook today to illustrate what I'm talking about. So the first thing I do after cleaning the rice or whatever, I come with the cup or the amount I want. In this case, it's 1 cup. I measure it, I move it to another container, and then I come with the water. And I do about 1 1/4, or maybe 1 1/3. That's it. Call it the finger measurement, like this much of more of water. So let me show you what I do next. I put my stove on high heat. Add a little bit of salt, a little bit of olive oil, and let it boil. Now that the water is boiling, I add the rice. And I make sure that it's well distributed. And I let it boil for like a minute or 2 before this process. If you notice that it's not enough water, and you can see it, like the rice is above the water, you just add a little bit more water. Water is somewhat dry, so you start stirring it a little bit. It's not ready. You go back and you stir the rice again. And you might have to do this a couple more times as it cooks. Let's take a look at the final product. See how nice it is?